So we're excited. Today was big for me. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I am a former athlete who has basically become a vegetable. Hardly ever active. But, I have a renewed sense of urgency to kind of get active because I kind of want to be around to see my son grow up and prosper and see his life. So today was big for me because I've never really done any challenges or anything, or ever really done any just off the cusp sporting events like marathons and different things. But this is big for me because this is the second thing that I've done this year. I did a 5K earlier this year, and now I just did an urban mountain climb. My company sponsored this along with other companies in the area, and it was really crazy because I didn't really know what I was getting myself into, but I finished. It was a daunting task. Took me 13 minutes to climb 25 flights of steps. Now, this is a 350-something pound man who's not really active climbing steps. So, it's cool. I'm excited. I'm glad I got it done. And now I feel like I want to do more. Not necessarily just going back and getting in the gym and just lifting weights. Because I've been there, I'm really strong. Okay, lifting houses and small houses and cars and all that kind of stuff on the bench press and squats. That's old. I've been doing that since high school. Now I kind of feel like my ventures are not so much focused around being strong, because I've always been strong all my life. Now it's more so kind of a sense of urgency, like I said earlier, to just be healthy and really be active. So this week I've started getting really serious about my diet. Haven't really been serious about my diet ever in my life, ever. I have failed, reverted to old ways, but I'm still remaining cognizant of the nature of what I'm doing. So I really sympathize with people who have weight loss issues and who are not able to really control, their intake. Because I recognize this. I have an addiction to food. No joke. I think about food all the time. When I don't want to think about food, I think about food because I'm hungry. And it's not being hungry for, like, let's say some lean meals or vegetables. No, I want bread, cheese, and mayo, and some type of meat, protein, some meat, chicken or beef in between as a sandwich. That's what I want. I constantly want a sandwich. I don't know why. I don't want sandwiches, but sandwiches love me, and I love sandwiches. Therein lies my problem. So I recognize that I have issue with carb intake. I love carbs. I live for carbs. Carbs live for me. So that's my addiction. Now, who's to say that my addiction isn't as serious as someone out here smoking crack rocks, or, this epidemic we had with heroin or meth? Who's to say it's not as dangerous? Because when you think about it, what the food turns into, it can really be harmful for your body. Processed foods are really harmful for you. Can cause cancer and lead to heart disease, lead to diabetes, and early death. You got to think about it. In our nation, childhood obesity is something that we're plagued with everywhere. And I realize it's just kind of time to really be serious about this. And so I'm starting to be more active, not just lifting weights, because anybody can lift weights. Really, you can. Just go pick something up. But I feel like cardio is where I need to be. So I'm excited to be here. To actually want to run, it's a miracle. back in high school when I was an athlete. You know, I was always last to finish, always the person who had to run extra because I didn't finish on time. Or, you know, I was always, you know, yelled at by coaches because I wasn't fast enough in like duration. Yeah, my 40 speed is immaculate. I can run really, really fast, short distance. But I haven't ever been able to just run long distances and have endurance. So this is a new venture for me, and I'm excited about it. So yeah. It's a Big Talk the Mixtape. We're here to talk about challenges in life, and this is really something that plagues a lot of Americans, a lot of people worldwide, is challenges with food. So it's just important to remain cognizant of where you are in your nutrition. And I'm so bad, so terrible at it, and I realize it. One of the big things that I attribute to this is because, you know, growing up, I had great parents. A lot of things, you know, everybody had, we didn't have, but I didn't know. All I knew is that I was able to eat. But what we ate wasn't always the best for us. And also, the way we handled our feelings wasn't always healthy either. I remember one time, I said, Mom, you know, I think I'm kind of down. I was like, I think I was it in high school? Either high school or I came home. No, I was in high school, like junior, senior. And I was really stressing about, you know, getting into college and if I was going to be an athlete in college or what I was going to do, how I was going to get in, my SAT scores, ACT scores. And I told my mom, I said, Mom, you know what? I'm kind of down. I'm a little depressed. You know, what should I do? My mother said, son, just get you something to eat. You'll feel better. And to this day, I cope with food. I always have. And I recognize that. That's how I was brought up. In the back then in the African American community, you know, we didn't really talk about feelings. My parents, we never really talked about how we feel or how to deal with our feelings. And I have great parents. Father's a preacher, mother's she wears all kinds of hats. Both have worked really hard and both have raised two great children. And, you know, but I just realized that some of the things that I was given as far as like emotional wise weren't really like adequate to be able to deal with what's going on with my body or my place in the world. So a lot of that stuff I've had to like learn, not taken away from my parents at all, because my parents did everything for me, did more for me and my sister and a lot of people in the city, around the nation, even around the world. My parents have had a reach, worldwide reach. So they're great people. But if you don't know how can you teach somebody how? If you for your life have dealt with situations a certain way and you've made it, you survived, how can you tell somebody or teach somebody to do something better if you don't really know how to cope? My mother is overweight, you know, and severely, and she has health problems. My dad is a severe diabetic. He's blind, and food has always been an issue for my family. My sister and I both, have struggled and are struggled with weight loss issues. So this is my time to really have a come to Jesus moment with myself. But a lot of people are dealing with the same thing. So we just have to really understand where we are in the world and really be truthful with ourselves and really know what we can and can't do and what we can and can't handle. And the thing is, we have to figure out how to cope with what we can't handle and make sure it's healthy coping skills. we all need healthy coping skills. A lot of people turn to exercise or fitness, and a lot of people turn to drugs and alcohol. One thing I'm grateful for is that I don't have like an addiction to something that is immediately more harmful, like a drug addiction, or something that that's illegal or something like that. I'm grateful that I understand the severity and the issues with that come along with it. But I do also recognize that I got some work to do, and I'm excited to really be at the age of 32 and actually coming to a fork in the road to where I know either I'm going to keep on doing this or I'm going to do something better. Because if I keep on doing this, I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I don't know how long I'm going to be alive. I don't know how well my health is going to be. I don't know how enjoyable my life is going to be. But if I do something better, I know that I have more of a fighting chance, could possibly prolong my days here on the earth, to see my son grow and to see my son be successful and to see what else God has for me here. So Big Talk and Mixtape is here for you. Watch this life journey. Let's do this together. We had to get our health together. Obesity is killing Americans, it's killing people. So we had to fight against obesity, and we had to be more healthy and have better fitness. So said all I had to say that. Take care of yourself. Big Talk to Mixtape. Out here. Live life. Live healthy. And love.